Hey, it's Kegan and we are here at the Kentucky Welding Institute. Today we're going to be talking about the 3 attributes of a well-rounded welder. Let's get to it. The first and probably most important attribute of a well-rounded welder is somebody who is good with their money. So as a lot of people know, you can make a lot of money welding, and there's a lot of welders out there who spend their money on things that they shouldn't right in the beginning as they're starting their career. And 9 times out of 10, that usually puts them in a financial bind to where they have to stay traveling and welding all the time. So well-rounded welders are somebody who can manage their money and be able to plan for the future. That way they can work a couple jobs a year and be financially stable and be able to spend more time with their friends, family, and doing their hobbies. That's what I did. Paid attention when I was here at KWI to the financial advice, and also when I was on jobs, I paid attention to the financial advice that I would get from my older coworkers. And having done that, I've been able to dirt bike and do my hobbies a lot of the time, versus a lot of guys on jobs that didn't financially plan and invest their money. They have to stay working all the time. The second attribute of a well-rounded welder is somebody who can weld in any position with any process. Being that kind of well-rounded welder means that you have to have access to different positions and different processes. For example, here at KWI, we have different simulators for you to weld in with the different processes that make you a lot better. If you're just someone who's just going to learn in a welding booth, that's not going to help you when you go out into the industry. So that's why we have different simulators and things here that simulate the real world applications that you will be welding in. Also, when you graduate KWI, nobody is going to be perfectly ready for the industry. So it's going to take several years to build up that skill set of welding in different places with different alloys, materials, and processes. But having access to that is going to help you get to that process a lot sooner and make you more well-rounded. Again, being well-rounded means that you can weld any position, any process. And myself, having came here and learned how to do this, it set me up really well to get better in the industry. And whenever I get put in those situations where it's a hard weld with a hard process, I'm a little bit more prepared. The third quality of being a well-rounded welder is being able to do more than just weld. Meaning you know how to rig and signal for cranes, you know what it means to be safe, you know how to prep, fit, and weld the pipe, you know how to do the whole process. Also being a team player and having the skills that you need to communicate with your superintendents, your foremans, your crew leaders, and work as a team. Again, it's not enough in today's industry to just be a welder, because there's so many welders out there that don't want to do everything else. And I understand that point of view. A lot of times you're a welder, you're making a hard weld, you shouldn't have to do anything else. But also, you're going to get more opportunities as that well-rounded welder who doesn't mind to help out cut out panels, who doesn't mind to help out fly a piece of pipe in the rack. There was one time I was on a job and they didn't have a signaler on site. They were flying a piece of pipe over the pipe rack and the crane operator couldn't see it. They didn't have nobody else that knew how to signal cranes. I told them that I did. They gave me a radio and I went over there and helped signal the pipe over the pipe rack because the crane operator couldn't see. So it's things like that, is as a welder, not minding to help out, do those things. Your foremans, your superintendents, and your GFs are going to see that, and you're going to get called on jobs a lot more often, and you're going to stay on the jobs longer. Towards the end of my welding career in the industry, before I came to KWI, I would get called on the jobs for pre-down and the turnaround, and then I would stay to do the startup, because I strived to be that well-rounded welder who was good at welding, who didn't mind to help out, and who had a good attitude. And those are the things that you can focus on to be that well-rounded welder to help you out more in your career. So these are the attributes of a well-rounded welder and someone who's going to make a lot of money and also set themselves up in life for the future. Again, guys, being financially stable, being able to weld in different positions with different processes, and being able to do more than just weld is going to make you more valuable as a welder, allowing you to get on jobs sooner and stay on jobs longer. Until next time, Kegan out.